Next up, now we're going to have some controversy here due to a number of our fans, and we do love them. We have a lot of South African fans, and we always talk up Dricus du Plessis.
Yeah, love Dricus.
Dricus, he's good. I didn't want to see this fight only because I like these two guys so much.
Yeah, same.
Dricus, what's he doing? In saying that, I'm not bagging Dricus out. So everyone just calm down here. Okay, Dricus's win over Derek Brunson, he got the stoppage. I wasn't that impressed.
Yeah, I'm the same.
He looked slow. Yep. He didn't blitz. Maybe he was playing it safe.
I mean, no, I don't. I think it's the opposite. I think he didn't play it safe at all. He started off way too fast. He gassed himself out. I was surprised. He's lucky he was up against Derek Brunson, who sucks, because I hate Brunson. But he's lucky he was against Derek Brunson, because if he was against anyone else, I don't think he would have survived the rest of that fight, because he was gassed. He gassed himself out so bad.
He was so tired. I haven't seen him like that before.
Do you remember the I think he had the body lock on Brunson, and then he tried to suplex him, but he had no energy, and he just ended up just falling over, and Brunson got on top of him.
He's going, well, what's he on? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on a 7-fight win streak. I tell you when I really did start thinking this guy is real is the win over Trevin Giles.
Yeah. For a minute.
I just wanted to use that button, that's all.
You were waiting for that.
There's no Phil Hawes in here today. I love those buttons. My kids love these buttons as well when we did 1,000,000 to 1, as people have seen. What are we even talking about here? Dricus.
I'm trying to remember, because if you go back down to the record.
Let's go down the record.
So, yeah, Derek Brunson I wasn't that impressed with. I think it might have been Darren Till as well. I don't think he looked that great from memory. Or it might have been the Brad Tavares one. No, I don't remember.
In my opinion, he looked glorious against Perez, Trevin, not Trevin Campbell, Trevin Giles. Brad Tavares looked excellent. Very strong against Darren Till. Very confident.
Yeah, I feel like there was more than one fight where I wasn't. I was a bit worried.
I think he was, because of Darren Till, I think he was just a bit hesitant.
Yeah.
So he still got the finish, which was great. But Derek Brunson, he didn't look great. But it's still Dricus, who I think is a top 5 fighter.
Oh, yeah. He definitely could be. I agree. I like Dricus. I really like him a lot. It's just, you look at how he looked in the last performance, he needs to really, his intelligence needs to go up a step, especially against Rob, who's probably, aside from Izzy, the most intelligent fighter on the middleweight, in the middleweight division.
I reckon you're right there. Do we have any odds for this? Rob's got to be the favourite here.
Yeah, he is. Do you want to take a guess?
I'm going to say Dricus is $2.90 and Rob's about $1.60.
So Rob's $1.25 and Dricus is $3.85. I reckon that's fair.
Yeah, it is. Rob would have to be. Rob is so good.
Yeah, he's a great fighter.
He's so intelligent. He just fights. He just does exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Look at the run. I'm just having a look at Rob Whittaker's run here.
Yeah, insane.
You've gone 10 rounds with Yoel. He lost to Izzy, beat Darren Till, Cannonier. He's pretty much fought all these absolute animal finishes.
Yep.
Do you reckon Rob's chin's still there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dricus has the power. Dricus does have the ability to blitz. I tell you, their fighting styles are very similar in the sense of they do. I mean, Rob comes in with the blitz, the 1-2, and then the head kick.
Head kick, yeah.
And Dricus charges forward.
Yeah, they're very similar. I think if Rob is smart, since they're so similar, I think Rob's a little bit better, but their fighting style is so similar. If Rob is smart enough, which I think he is, he will see that and he'll realize what was his weakness. Who did he lose against? He lost against Izzy twice. What happened in the first fight? Izzy landed a few counters and eventually he got the one that was on the money and dropped Rob.
Yeah.
I think if Rob is smart, he will adopt a bit of Izzy's game against Dricus, because Dricus is very open to the counter. As much as I love him, like we've talked about this before, Dricus' striking leaves him very open. So I think Rob will have to be on the back foot for a second when Dricus comes into blitz and then
counter.
Yeah.
Dricus might take it to the ground. Dricus is very, very good on the ground.
So is Rob.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
On the feet.
I'm so excited for this.
I know. On the feet, I give it to Rob.
Yeah.
On the ground,
Gas tank,
Rob. No doubt.
And I think that's going to be the big difference unless Dricus plays this smart and doesn't do what he did against Brunson and start off trying to find the finish from the get-go.
This would have been a good main event for this weekend's fight instead of Strickland and Magomed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way better.
Way better.
I think Rob's going to win. I think Dricus is better on the ground. Rob is excellent on the ground, but I think Dricus is... He's just... I don't know.
Yep. You can't count Dricus out, I don't think. I think I'm seeing everywhere that, like, you know, people like, who you got, Rob or Dricus, and everyone says Rob by whatever he wants. I don't think that'll be the case. You know, Rob's amazing, and I think he is better than Dricus.
Yeah.
But Dricus is not as bad as people think he is. I just think he just was stupid in the Brunson fight. He's better than that.
If Dricus gets this done, his title shot.
Yeah. I don't want Rob to lose, but a part of me wants to see Izzy and Dricus so then they can get this African beef out the way.
I don't know. Everything is saying that Rob's going to win, but Dricus, maybe it's just because we've been on him so much, we've just been talking him up. I don't know. Tell me. This will be good. I
want to know your thoughts on this. I think you'll agree. But, you know, this whole Africa thing, right? I totally see Dricus's side on this. I agree with Dricus.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because Izzy and Kamaru, I don't believe they've ever trained out of Africa. I'm pretty sure Izzy hasn't got that much to do. Like I know he was born there or whatever, but like I'm pretty sure for the vast majority of his life, he's been in Auckland. I totally see. All Dricus was saying was, I live here. I breathe this air every day. I train here. Like, I am the real African fighter here. You guys have not been here in so long. I don't think they ever trained there. Maybe Kamaru did. I'm not sure. But I totally get what he's saying, and I agree with him.
I believe you can use things like your history or your heritage to your advantage.
Yeah.
I think that makes a good storyline with this, you know, when Kamaru and Francis and Izzy all stood there saying, you know, they're the African brothers, but I don't know, I've seen people use it enough. Like, I mean, I could go there and get my DNA done and see that I'm from, you know, my family are from Norway and suddenly start wearing Viking, you know, plaited hair.
I could do the same thing being Italian. Like,
you could.
Yeah. It's the literal equivalent of me saying, going into the UFC and being like, yeah, I'm Italian.
Oh, yeah.
G'day, mate. You know? Like,
I'm on Dricus' side when it comes to that.
Same.
He is. You gotta live there. And he does. And he loves that place. And it's a great place. Great people. Great fans as well. Thanks everyone from the great rugby nation of South Africa.
Yeah, and shout out to the true African nightmare, Mike Perry.
He drops the N-bomb way too much. Yeah. Like once.
He's got the pass. He got the pass from all the fighters, all right? Like, fair enough.
Dropping that once is too much in my book. But
Isn't
anyhow.
he like 5% just
1%.
African?
Jesus. All right. I still don't know who I'm going to tip.
I'm going Rob.
Only because I don't like you. I'm going to go Dricus. It's going to break my heart. I hope Rob wins. Obviously, I'm a fan of both of them.
Yeah.
Slightly more Rob fan. Just depends what Dricus rocks up.
Yeah.
Dricus can get it done, but will it? If they fought 10 times, I reckon Dricus would win one.
Yeah.
And whether this is the one, could be. Pena Nunes.
What do you reckon Alec would say if he was here?
Delusional.
He'd say delusional, and then he'd be like, what if an asteroid
came in? I'm going to be milking that for as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, fair.